Welcome to the 2024 IPF World Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships, live from Austin, Texas, brought to you by none other than Aleco and SBD. And we are just about to get this lunchtime session underway. We have all the 105 men's masters. There are some big lifters in this class. We'll be starting with the M3s and M4s. I'm Gary Williams, and I've had the great pleasure for the last couple of weeks sitting right beside world champion athlete Joe Whiteley. It has been an incredible couple of weeks of lifting.
Gary, haven't we had a blast? This has been a brilliant competition. The depth of competition, the world records, the weights lifted, and the atmosphere as well.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic atmosphere, and we've been front row seat for so many world records, so many great lifts. And you know, we've got two today and tomorrow left of competition, and there is so much more to come. There's the running order on the screen in front of you. As I said, we'll do the M3s and the M4s first. I think we're going to give an M3 world record a bit of a nudge today. The current world record is 241. There's some big opening numbers on there. Van der Putten is opening on 235, very close to the world record. And we're just seconds away from Daniel Royer from Canada taking the platform in the M3s.
Bar is loaded
and the bar is loaded and he is ready to roll. And of course we are in the equipped end of the competition now. A whole different lift, really, a whole different set of skills.
And I have a real soft spot for equipped bench, and I know you do too, Gary.
Yeah, we're both equipped lifters, both equipped benches.
Kilo Masters 3 and Masters 4 competitors.
So this is Daniel Royer, Canada, 95 kilos. Been competing for a long time.
He has. I have records for him going back to 2004.
And here he is, looking to open at 95.
67 years old and still competing
And a
at the
great opening
international
lift
level.
too.
The lift is
That was
good.
fantastic.
We move up to 105 kilos.
So we're going to jump into the M4s for a moment with Yaroslav Charlot from Ukraine,
Bar is loaded.
opening on 105.
76 years old. Been competing since 19.
It's been an incredible week of masters lifting. We have seen so many masters lifters starting their world championship careers this week.
And a lot of faces returning as well that we haven't seen for a few
Yeah, it's
years.
actually really quite incredible.
Chala took the bronze medal in the classic part of the competition. I was going to say earlier in the week, but I think it was
last week now.
Yeah.
Well, that was quick.
The lift is good.
He's got a lot more he can do with that shirt. If you're watching the descent there, you can see the chest plate isn't very tight at all. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them really
Bar
pull
is
that down.
loaded. Our lifter from Ukraine, Andrei Bozchik.
Yeah, he didn't get much resistance at all there at the bottom.
Been competing about a decade.
So Andrei Bozchik from Ukraine now, 115. Of course, Ukraine with an incredible history of equipped lifting.
They really have. Lifted earlier in the week as well. I think a lot of people in this class did the classic as a bit of a warm-up. In fact, he's raw here, isn't he?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he goes out and puts the shirt on.
Andrei is on the board.
What some lifters do opt to start without a shirt. It is so challenging to get a lift on in equipped lifting.
I think it's a risky move. People look at it as the safe strategy, but I think it's really risky just going out the back now, putting a shirt on. I mean, there's only, 10 lifters in the flight.
There's not a lot of turnaround time to get a shirt on, get it working properly. So Martin Heenan from Canada, 125. We are in the M3s.
Brand new to international competition.
Well, he's going to have to keep his head down. You can see the shirt really folded him over there.
The lift is good 2-1. Please load the bar to 130 kilos for Kevin Hutchinson of the United States.
He gets
Bar is
one
loaded. Kevin is
red light with a yellow card.
As a background in
Yeah, I'm surprised the jury haven't overturned that. There did seem to be head lift. We have a 3-man jury. They can overturn a 2-1 decision for good or for bad.
Kevin Hutchinson, US 130. We are dropping into the M4s for a moment. And the jury has overruled the previous
okay.
lift.
The jury has
And I imagine that is for head lift.
It's a difficult thing to see from the side.
Yeah, and I mean, in equip lifting, that shirt, as the compressors across your chest, you want to fold up with it
Heenan's 125
to try and
is in the
avoid
lift.
that compression. But that's you need to keep your chest up.
Kevin electing also to open raw.
Yeah, look, I'm with you on that one. I think it's a risky move. I can see and I can understand the logic in it. You want to get a lift on the
But
board.
I've seen people throw their competition away doing exactly
Yeah,
that.
and for me, I mean, I always open with a shirt on, and I see it as a risk. Oh, the jury has overturned the last
Kevin.
lift to a good lift.
Oh no, this is Kenneth Bennett. So the last one was Heenan. No, wait, we haven't seen it on the score sheet yet. So we'll wait to see
Let's see what happens there, or it could be a.
that change.
Not sure what's happened there. No, that was the jury pressing buttons. Right now we have Kenneth.
So, okay, there's no more jury overrules. We have jury overrule on Heenan for his head lift, but everyone else is fine.
And that was Kenneth Bennett from the US with 145 in the M3s.
That is a good lift, 3 white lights. Take the bar to 175. It is loaded and ready. Our lifter is Hiroshige Aoki from Japan.
Hiroshige Aoki from Japan now, 175. So we're in the M3s. Some big numbers in the M3s today.
That is a good lift for Hiroshige.
3 white lights, good lift.
Please raise the bar
Joe,
to
we're seeing a lot
275.
more of this grip style where they're not really wrapping their fingers all the way around the bar. Do you see physiological lifting benefit from that, or is it just a...
Well, it's never worked for me. There's something about twisting the hand so that the bar sits flat across the palm. And that twists the wrist in a little bit. And sometimes, to get a wider grip, you'll extend the forefinger to cover the ring.
Okay.
But it's not something I've ever used myself. I use quite a standard grip.
Andrew Rigby now from Great Britain, 222.5. And it's not his biggest either.
He is the world record holder in the 105 kilo class, and I think the 120 kilo class. So he won in the classic, he took the gold medal, and then he was in the audience for someone to take his 120 kilo world record shortly afterwards.
Bar is loaded.
He's
Well,
one of
maybe
Britain's
he'll be...
most prolific
From
benchers.
Germany, 60 years old, been competing
Klaus.
half of his life.
Semsich from Germany now. 225 on the bar.
Been absent from competition since the 2014 World Bench
Wow,
in
that is
Great
a
Britain.
long break from World Bench competition.
Great to have him back. And he's not lost it.
No, it looks pretty good.
That is a good lift.
2 whites, you got a blue card there from the side referee. Imagine that's probably lockout.
We do see a lot of issues with lockout in the M3s and the M4s. The joints just start to struggle a little bit.
62 years old.
Yeah, the older you get, the harder that gets.
14 years.
So Frans van der Putten from the Netherlands now with a monstrous 235. This is just shy of the M3 world record.
2 age classes on the platform is a little bit difficult to keep track of, so if you want to look at the live score sheet, go to goodlift.info, and it's a lot easier to keep track of.
I'm really surprised he was able to
The
shift
lift is
that
good
one.
for Franz.
If you watch his
We
touch
begin
to the
round
chest,
two
it was a
with
good
fifth
touch, but then he shifted a little bit.
102.5.
And he got quite a good touch, and then just
Yeah, a little bit
shifted.
of lateral shift, but he handled it really
He
well.
really did.
You can see how much he was getting out of that shirt, though.
Yeah,
His chest
the
was
compression
totally flattened
was
out.
incredible. So there are our current standings on the board in front of us. In the M3, Van der Putten on 235, Semsic on 225, and Rigby on 222.5. In the M4s, Hutchinson on 130, ahead of Charla on 105. And we move into round two already. You're right, there's not a lot of turnaround time, is there? If you're putting a shirt on after opening Raw, I would be struggling to have the shirt on by now.
And I would never want to be doing my first bench in a shirt on the platform.
Daniel Royer from Canada, 102.5.
But I don't claim to be an absolute expert. I've lifted in the same flight as Sonia Stephanie Kruger, one of the best benches we have, and she changes the shirt every time. Maybe not a different shirt, but she takes it off after every lift. That would stress me out so much. I'd never get on the platform. But as she's one of the best benches in the world, I can't say she's doing it
we're
wrong.
certainly not going to argue
That
with
is
her.
another easy attempt for Daniel. Please raise the bar to 120 kilos.
So 3 white lights.
Bar is loaded. We are ready for Andrei Bochik.
So Andrei Božic now 120. We are in the M3
He opens
105s.
at 115 and has increased 5 kilos.
So just one lifter still to put a lift on the board. It's Heenan from the US, from Canada, sorry. Got a long way to move that bar,
And the
so
lift
it
is good.
appears he's
3 white
opting to
lights.
do the competition.
Yeah, it looks
raw.
like it. I wouldn't expect him to put a shirt on just for his third. If he was going to do it, he would have done it for his second.
Bar is loaded.
So
This
in
is a
equipped
20
lifting,
kilo jump for
you don't
John
have to use the
Hartley.
equipment.
No, the equipment is available to you. It's not mandatory.
Masters 4.
Yaroslav Chala from Ukraine, 125 in the 105 M4s.
We have a world record attempt coming up, Gary.
He
I've
has
just
gone
seen it
in
go
for a
in.
second, yep.
That was
And he
quite
blew
a
that
narrow
away.
grip.
3 white lights in
Yeah,
his-
and you can see the grip there is really taking the power out of the shirt as well. As he gets to the top, you can see that collar or the chest plate really sort of bunch up a little bit.
He will take it again.
So Martin Heenan now from Canada did not get his 125 in his opener. We wanted to push this one on the board so that he can have a bit of fun in his third.
Now, it almost looked like he anticipated the press command there, but I think the bar dipped anyway.
Yeah,
That
so
is a
that's
no lift
unfortunate.
for
He got a bit of a head lift again as well. Not as pronounced
Bar
on that
is
one.
loaded at 145 for Kevin Hutchinson of the USA.
I think he managed to stay in contact with his head that
And
time, but
130 on his
unfortunately there was
opener,
bar
and
dip
he's
on that
jumped
one,
15
so
kilos.
he's behind the 8 ball a little bit now. Kevin Hutchinson from the US, 145. We are M4 category now.
We last saw him lift equipped at World Bench in 2015, but he has been lifting classic since then. He's elected to lift raw in the equipped. And of course, it may be that he intended to have lifted equipped today, but he's picked up a bit of an injury or had some other difficulty.
Yeah, it can be really difficult, and equip really takes its toll on your body as well.
Oh, he's got a shirt on. He has got a shirt on. Excuse me.
Well, he got into that
That
shirt
is a
very
good lift for
quickly.
Kevin Hutchinson. Please load the bar to 152.5.
It's a yellow card there, but he's got 2
Bar
whites.
is loaded, and we are ready for Ken Bennett. He opened at 145 and moves up 7.5
The
kilos.
platform crew are so quick. The other athlete hasn't even left the floor before the next one's coming out. Kenneth Bennett from the US, 152.5. He is ranked number 5 in the M3s.
Are you saying our M4s move slowly, Gary?
No, I'm saying our platform crew move really
okay,
quick.
just to clarify, thank you.
I'm in M2 and I move slowly. You've watched me walk up the stairs. Oh, that was a good second lift.
And the lift is good for Ken Bennett. Please load the bar to 222.5. Our next lifter, Hiroshige Araki of Japan.
Now, I cannot remember if our next lifter had a shirt on or not, but here he is. Hiroshige Arakai from Japan.
Bar is
He opened at
loaded.
175. He's going 222 and a half.
Has taken a big jump
That
to
is an enormous
222.5.
jump.
That kind of feels like he must have been in a t-shirt last time. Or certainly a different shirt. You wouldn't be able to successfully press
No, I mean, we're
175 and
talking-
222.
40, nearly 50 kilos.
So if he could get 175 to his chest, then it's unlikely that the same shirt would give him 222.
That is
Just
in the
couldn't
lift.
get
We'll
enough
see
speed
it one
off.
more time.
And that's a
Take the bar
really
to
good point you make about the different
227.5.
shirts there. I mean, yeah, and if you can get a touch on 200 kilos, you're probably not going to get enough out of the 250 kilos, and that would be a different shirt.
Bar is loaded for
Of course, there are
Andrew.
some shirts that are more forgiving. My experience is largely with the Super Katana low-cut collar.
And jumps 5 kilos.
People told me it wasn't a beginner's shirt. I didn't
It
listen.
is definitely not a beginner shirt. Andrew Rigby, Great Britain, 227 and a half. You started in a Super Katana?
I did, but it wasn't low-cut. I went into a low-cut shortly afterwards, but I started in a Super
You've
K,
just increased on the legend status even more.
Now, this is interesting. This is a bit of a rematch because Andy Rigby beat Van der Putten in the Classic.
Oh, that's right.
But Andy he's traditionally been a classic
That's an
lifter.
easy
He's only gone into a shirt for the
227.5.
first time last year.
Please raise the bar
He's
to
made good progress then.
232.5 for
He gets
Bar
3
is
white
loaded
lights
for
on that
Klaus
one.
Zimski of Germany. He opened at 225.
So Klaus Zemskic from Germany now,
This
232.5.
will take him from 3rd to 2nd place in the Masters 3.
And our next lift will be a world record attempt after following this. Oh, can he get there? I don't know. The refs are going to like that one.
He locks it out.
And they don't. I didn't think they would. It got a bit scrappy there.
The bar to
A good speed and just gets a bit scrappy around here.
41.5.
Just couldn't get that arm locked out on the left-hand side. He wasn't far off at the end.
He is our current leader. Bar is
And
loaded.
right now we have a world record
A
attempt.
Masters 3 world record attempt. ladies
Frans
and
van der
gentlemen.
Putten from the Netherlands looking for
Somebody clap their hands
241.5.
for Frans.
Current
If
world
you wanna see
record.
A world record fall here this afternoon.
Is that a standard or is it a record?
241.5.
No, it's a record.
It's a record?
Interestingly, it's Stanisław Mentel, who lifted in the 93 kilo class yesterday, and he extended the record in that class to 213.5. But he used to lift in the 105s, and he has the 105 kilo record at 241, set in Finland 2019.
That looked better than his opening lift.
He locks it out. And that
3
is a
white
good
lights.
3 white lights.
And we have another
Congratulations
world
Yes.
record.
to the world record.
He really is using that shirt really well. It's trying to flatten him out.
Yeah,
And he's-
I think that was better than his first though. And there are our current standings in the M3s on 241.5 for the world record. Frans van der Putten ahead of Rigby on 227.5, ahead of Semchik
We need
on
107.5 for
225.
Daniel
In the M4s, Hutchinson on 145, ahead of Charler on 125. And we move into round 3, and that was a lightning fast round. Daniel Royer from Canada
Oh, Andy Rigby's put the world record on for his second.
He has too.
That's a cheeky move for someone quite new in the shirt.
He's going
But
all
he's
or
a
nothing.
great bencher.
And just couldn't
That
quite
is a
get that
no
one there.
lift. He made 2 out of 3. Let's hear for Daniel Royer of Canada.
Interesting. Vanderputten has scratched his last lift.
Well, he gets 2 changes
Well, he does
though,
get a
Gary.
change if he wants to, yeah.
So he can probably wait and see if Andy Rigby's done his. Do you know what? I feel like that's a little bit risky. I'd put a placeholder in. He has.
Yeah,
he
there
has.
it goes.
Our next weight is 100.
That was probably a table error, actually.
I think it may have been because it hasn't come up as a change on the list.
Bar is low.
Andrei Wojcik from Ukraine, 125.
He has
So
made
Andre is
115
ranked
and
6th in the
120. Now
M3s.
he goes after 125.
This won't change that. And it's just a little too heavy.
Andre falls short, but he did make 2 out of 3.
So that'll be a no lift, unfortunately.
That is a no lift. Bar is loaded. We are ready for Martin Heenan of Canada.
So Martin
Martin
Heenan of
needs
Canada
this
now,
lift
he is behind the 8 ball.
to
He
get
has missed
one
his
on the board.
first 2 attempts. Not unusual. I am
Let's
surprised
get
they haven't
behind
made any
Martin Heenan
changes.
of Canada.
Maybe they're changing. They're
Gotta
adjusting the
have
shirt
one.
rather than adjusting the weight on the bar.
Let's go, Martin.
Well, let's hope this one does the trick.
He got no resistance there at all.
Yeah, and you can see he really folded up as well, and that took out all the resistance in the shirt.
Our next weight is 100.
That's a real shame, but you're not a real equipped lifter until you've bombed at
Yeah, I
least
think that's
once.
the first indicator that makes you a real one, isn't it?
I think so.
He is attempting to move.
That's
from
why I
the
keep saying I'm
silver
still a beginner,
to the
not a
gold
real
medal
equipped lifter.
and overtaking
Yaroslav
Hutchinson.
Chala from Ukraine, 145. I don't think you can win a world championships and call yourself a beginner anymore.
Still learning every day.
145 on the bar. We are in the M4 105s. And this will put him in front of Hutchinson.
Just
Yeah,
slid
that was
offline there, I think.
He finishes with silver. Our next weight is 160 kilos for Kevin Hutchison of the United States. We have an attempt change.
I don't think that narrow grip is
Sit
helping
tight.
him either.
We have some temp changes filtering through.
We now need a 177.5 for Ken Bennett. 177.
Yeah, so Kenneth Bennett just made a change. He's our next lifter. He's gone up to 177.5 to try and move up into 4th position. Just trying to move up the rankings a little bit.
Bar is loaded for Ken Bennett. He will attempt to move from 5th to 4th place.
So there are team points as well. How do the team points operate, Joe?
You get 12 points for a win, and then 9 points for second, and then 8, 7, 6, 5 for all the way down. And the top 5 lifters in your team, you add those points together, and that's your team score.
Right, so popping up the rankings can really, really help the team as
It's
well.
an extra point for sure. Got a nice line on his descent, but the
Yeah, he just couldn't
Ran
drive
out
all the
again
way.
at
Not quite
the top,
enough.
But let's give it up for Ken Bennett.
Yeah, you're right there. He got a really nice touch point, didn't he?
Our next weight will be
Line was good.
194 kilos.
Yeah, it was just a bit too much to get his triceps engaged.
it was 25 kilos more than his last attempt, so that is a bit ambitious. Worth it if you've got nothing to lose and you're going to move up a place.
It's waiting on the lights. We've got a couple of little issues.
Yeah, just waiting for the
There
score
we
sheet
go.
to move on. We have done now.
All right, we
So
have
Kevin
the bar loaded at
Hutchinson's now.
194. Kevin
So he's going
Is
for
this-
the
is
world
this
record.
Right?
This will be in
Yeah,
Masters
so
4
what's happened
world
here
record
is
attempt.
Charlie was going for 145 to try and get ahead of Hutchinson.
Kevin Hutchinson
Failed
from
his
the United States
145,
attempting
which
a
means
Masters
Hutchinson has the gold
4
medal
world
in the
But
bag.
a 50
That's
kilo
a
increase,
huge
Gary.
jump to
He comes
194.
out, give him a warm reception. Get
Was it
him
I
Kevin
don't think
that
he's,
was
I
opening
don't
well?
think he's coming
his
out.
attempt for a world record.
We've got 194 on the bar for a World Masters record, but I do not see him.
I see the USA coach. I see
Oh, yeah.
Steve Trensick.
Okay.
But the clock is
He's
ticking.
only got 27 seconds
There's no
left.
way he's going to get out there. But that's the thing. I think, wasn't he in a t-shirt?
He was, yeah.
So he's put a shirt on for his final one, and he's not going to get to the bar in time.
No, he's still doing his wrist wraps up.
He might as well.
He is
yeah,
never
there's no
going
way.
to get set up in 8 seconds.
He's having a go, but
No. No, unfortunately, time's out.
As they know, lefty has timed out.
you're right. He'd already won. He wasn't risking anything.
Please raise the
But
bar to
this shows how
225.
hard it is to just. They don't just slip on over your
Yeah,
head.
it's not something you put on like a t-shirt. It's a 2 or 3 man job at times.
Hiroshige. Bar is loaded. Will attempt to go from fourth to the
Hiroshige
bronze medal.
Arake from Japan,
So this is a big lift for
225.
Hiroshige.
So this will move him up ahead of Semsky, with Semsky still
Oh,
to
yeah,
respond.
that's right, that'll push him up to bronze. It was a big effort. It looked better than his
Looked
second
good,
attempt,
thought he
but
had it, he no
just
lift.
not quite
Let's take it
there.
up to 232.5. Bar is loaded for Klaus Zimski. He is our current bronze medalist and will try to move into the silver medal with 232.5.
So Klaus Semskic now, Germany, 232.5, missing this on his second. Looking to get it again. Yeah, I think the issue with Hutchinson was what they probably should have done was put the shirt on him as soon as he came off, and then if they had to take it off for his third lift, it was quicker to get it off rather than putting it on if he hasn't lifted yet. So I think they waited till
Right, okay.
Charla failed, then put the shirt on. And there just wasn't enough time, but that's 3 white lights.
And he moves up to second.
Our next weight, 200. We have
Got an attempt change going
stand
in.
corrected. Attempt change happening.
Just got 2 lifters left, so it was Andrew Rigby has
Our
dropped
next
back
weight,
down to 235.
235 kilos for Andrew Rigby of Great Britain.
Right, so Andy Rigby's elected to defend his silver medal rather than
Bar is
attempt
loaded. Andrew will try
a
to
world
regain
record,
silver
which
medal.
probably is not so experienced in the shirt. That was probably
It was probably a
bit
little
ambitious,
ambitious.
yeah. But this is the right move. Get that silver medal back.
Yeah, that's right.
Coached by Simon Scott, lifted earlier in the week.
Oh, I think he's going to get no. He just can't quite
just
lock it.
right at lockout. That's such
It
a
is
shame.
so close.
Here for Andrew Rigby. Our next lift, 245.
So close to
kilos.
getting it there.
But he's picking up great experience in that shirt.
Bar is loaded for Franz van der Putten.
Tiny bit more speed off the chest and he would have locked that out.
Yeah, the more time you can get in the shirt and the experience you can gain from it, the better you're going to be, because
He
it
is in the
takes
top
such a
spot
long
in the
time to
105
master.
Masters 3 division.
So Franz van der Putten from the Netherlands now looking for another world record, 245. He has the gold medal in his pocket. No one can take it away. Can he get himself another world record to go with it?
That
looked
was
better
even easier.
again.
Every lift
Folks,
got
we have a
easier
new
for him.
Masters 3 world record for
I'd like to see him
Franz
take
Wagner.
another couple of attempts, to be
I'll
honest.
give him 2 more. I think
Excellent
he'll
job.
go
He went 3 for
260.
3.
But you're right, it looked better. It doesn't look like they've changed a whole
Our
lot.
next weight is 140
And the
kilos
technical
and a
mastery
height
of that shirt,
10 and 6.
superb.
And there are your final standings in the M3 and M4. Van der Putten with a world record on 245, ahead of Semkic on 232.5 and Rigby on 227.5. And in the M4 was Hutchinson on 145, ahead of Charla on 125. And we will move straight into the M1s and M2s now for the 105 men. And of course, some more big lifts coming your way. M1 current world record, a massive 315.5. But it is not completely out of reach for Wolczak from Poland.
That's a long-standing record as well. That was Timothy Anderson in 2012.
Wow, that is extremely old. M2 world record 292.5, and it's probably not completely safe from getting given a nudge either.
We await the lights.
Just waiting for the result there for Kai
The
Vesenius
lift is good. 3 white
on
lights.
150, and he's on the
Please
board.
load bar to 195. It is loaded and ready for the United States.
This is
Open.
moving
Kevin
so
Farley.
quickly. This is going to be a really quick round. 11
He
lifters.
is 50
Kevin
years
Farley
old,
straight out on 195.
35 years.
Last saw him in Potchefstroom 2018. Very fond of that competition. That was my first world title.
Yeah, I wasn't there for Potchefstroom that time. I was in Potchefstroom a bit later on for juniors.
I should say Masters world title. Important distinction.
So we've got the M2s in the M1, so Kevin Farley is in the M2s, and that just sunk straight down.
away
He got
from him.
out of position. Have a look at the replay, and Joe, I'm sure you've been in this position
Our next
before as
weight,
well.
230 kilos.
When you're struggling for a touch, sometimes the temptation is to rotate internally at the elbow.
He is 50.
He just got his touch point wrong. And you could see the arm rotate around, and there's no coming back from that.
So Mario Schnurr from Germany, 230. We are still in the M2s.
He has a rap sheet as long as your arm, been lifting internationally since 2005, if not before.
He gets it to the top,
That is a
and he
good
gets
one.
3 white
Mario
lights.
Schnurr, please.
Took the bronze in Sun City last year. He's going to have a fight on his hands this year.
Yeah, it's not going to be quite so easy this year.
He is 50
Marcus
years old,
Warren,
works as a tire
230 from the
distributor,
US.
been
We
competing
are
13
still in the
years.
M2s. And so far, everyone has been opening with a shirt.
Haven't seen him on the international platform before. That was lovely though.
Yeah,
is
that
a
was
very
really
strong
good.
Opening attempt from Marcus Warren. Please raise the bar to 240 kilos. Bar is loaded and ready for Tescu Ichinotov of Mongolia. He's been at it for 35 years and is 53 years
Tesco
old.
Ichinotov from Mongolia now. Yeah, he's been around before, several times at World Bench, I think.
He has. We saw him lift in Lithuania.
Oh, that's right,
Yeah,
yes.
he was in Kazakhstan as well. Didn't quite make the podium in Sun City.
Opening at 240 in the M2s. That just went bad.
How on earth did he get that off his chest?
I have absolutely no idea how
Now,
he
will
pressed
it get
that.
penalised for it skipping around?
That's a no
Yes.
left for test view. We move up to 2.
I have no idea how he pressed that.
It just looked like he dumped it.
And then presses it. I'd like to see what he can do when he gets it right.
Actually, there was a dip in the bar at the top. That might not be what he was penalised for. I think it was for a dip right at the top of the press.
Takakai Iwamoto from Japan now, 245. It's hard to believe we're in the M2s here. We're in the 240s and 250s. I mean, 10 years ago, these were open numbers.
10 years ago, these were open lifters.
Well, you make a valid point there.
Oh, just soft at the top there. He's ended up back in the rack, unfortunately. It's something I've done myself. If you're a little bit high on the bench and the direction the bar goes in takes you that way, you end up, the referee says rack and you just kind of let go of the bar. It's already in there.
From Mongolia, our next lifter.
So Bakas Baka.
Marcus Bata.
Lukfajov from Mongolia.
43 years old, been competing 14
247 and a half.
He works as an accountant.
Silver medalist in Sun City.
Yeah, so he's in the M1s. It's a tough M1 and M3, M2 field, isn't it?
They really are. But there's some great lifters. Valchak is in the field. So we're going to see some big numbers.
Oh, he
That's
just couldn't quite
just
press it there. He got
all
good
over
speed
the
though,
place.
but it just, yeah, as you said, it was all over the place. He just seemed to travel all over the shop. Let's see the replay here. Doesn't get an overly bad touch.
Bar is loaded.
I think his shirt's on slightly crooked.
Yeah, you're right, you know.
Look, his arm's dipping there. It's
He's
slightly over
not
to the
getting the
right hand
power on that
side.
right hand side, is he?
50 years old, been competing over half of his life.
Of course, when you're in a humid environment, it's really hard to adjust once it's gone on because you sweat and you swell up.
And you want a really good team helping you get that shirt on that's going
Yeah.
to see that it's off center.
Sometimes it's easier just to take the whole thing off and put it on again than try and adjust where it is.
Thomas Wettstein from Austria, 255. We're back into the M2s. And he just started
That
a
is a
twist
no lift for
there.
Thomas.
Couldn't get the touch. You can have a look. You'll see it on the replay. Yeah, the shirt is
Bar
just trying to
loaded. Our next
beat the
lifter
resistance,
from
and it just,
Germany,
yeah, he came down too hard on the right. Starts to twist around a little bit.
44 years old.
Some lateral movement. There goes the twist there. Is one hand's trying to hold it in one position, the other hand isn't holding it.
He's another lifter that's trying to fool us by moving weight class. He was the 93 kilo world champion in Sun City. Sandrino Eder, chief coach for the German team. He's lifting tomorrow.
Frank
Or
Barthel
possibly tonight. Tomorrow.
tomorrow. So Frank Barthel having all sorts of trouble with that one.
He got stuck under the J-hook, I think. Just went a little bit in the wrong direction. Ended up lifting the J-hook.
Yeah,
so
you
the
can see it
spotter
just fell backwards there. And
couldn't help him.
Loaded. Dale is a teacher and is a very
Dale McLaren from the US,
lift competitor.
272 and a half.
It'd be great for one of the M1s to get a lift in. We're looking at a sea of red right now.
They're not off to a great start, but that's not unusual either. We've
No.
often seen flights with all lifters failing to get their first lift on. Been in many occasions where we've seen lifters, many of the lifters failing to get even second lifts on and then come out on the third one and
smoke
absolutely
it.
destroy it.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah, I
good
think
for
we've got one
Dale.
on now.
Opening attempt.
We have three whites.
Perfect.
That puts him in a good position with the others not getting a lift on yet.
Bar is loaded. Our next lifter from Poland, Eric Walczyk.
So Eric Walczak
Jones is
from
in business
Poland now,
and competing just
280
under 10 years,
kilos.
47 years old.
Defending world champion in the M1s. He has a wealth of experience behind him.
You know, and if you look at the depth of coaching in the Polish team as well, there is so much equipped experience in that coaching team.
And he's got Rafał Zalewski, actually, who was, I think
yeah.
he took the bronze
He did,
or the
yeah.
silver last night.
Oh, he got an uncomfortable touch. He couldn't get in position. Look at the brute strength, though.
Tough looking attempt. It is a no lift.
That is one strong guy.
Strip the bar down
When
for
the
round
bar's skipping around on your
2.
chest like that, it's all you can do to control it. The likelihood of it coming up on a good line is very
Guy
small.
Bonaduce will be the lifter.
So we move into round 2 already.
Is loaded and ready.
And in the M1s, McLaren out in front on 272.5, with the others failing to get a lift on.
He made
And in the
140 on his opener
M2s,
and has jumped.
Schnur out in front on 230, Warren on 230 as well, but just behind on body weight. And Wozniak on 140, and again the others failing to put a lift on as well. Like Kai Wozniak now from Finland, 165. Looked easy.
The lift is good. 3
Yeah,
white
he's
lights
a
for
very
Kai.
experienced bencher.
Load the bar to
25 kilo
200
jump is
kilos for
quite a
Kevin
big one, but he
Farley.
handled it very well.
He made that look like a very easy lift, didn't he?
Bar is loaded for Kevin. He missed a
So Kevin
185
Farley now
opening
from the
attempt.
US. We are still in the M2s, looking for 200. Missed his 195. This is not unusual to throw another 5 kilos on.
So it just helps you to overcome the resistance of the shirt. If you're fighting the shirt to get the touch, it causes you all sorts of problems. If you overcome the resistance of the shirt just a little bit more, get to the chest a little bit easier, sometimes that rewards you with a better line and a better press.
Oh,
I think he's got it there.
He fights through and gets the
He
line.
has.
He is on the board. Congratulations. Please take the bar to
We are starting to
240
populate the score
kilos.
sheet with a little bit of green.
It's always
Bar is
nice to
loaded
see the
for
green
Mario
sections grow a little
Schnur.
bit. No one wants to see
He's
a
your
lifter
current
at any
leader in the
competition
Masters
not get a lift on.
2 kilo class.
You'll see the guys out the back cheering for each other to get that lift on the board. Mario Schnur now from Germany, 240. Just a 10 kilo jump, should be manageable. Oh, it just got away from him at the behind there.
As a no lift, the SPD spotters and loaders have saved the day once more. Our next weight, 240 kilos.
So that will be a no lift, unfortunately.
Ichinoro.
Yeah, that went west really suddenly. You really have to be on the ball when you're spotting and loading equip bench. You know, that's how I first did my first equip bench. I was running a competition, we had an equip bencher over, I knew nothing about it. So I went to a friend's club to spot and load for them to try and understand, you know, the difficulties. And before I knew it, she'd shoved a shirt over my head, kicked me onto a bench, and I had 100 kilos in my hands.
That's a nice initiation, though. Tesku Ichinarov from Mongolia, 240, failed to get this on his first. I think that's a great way to start equip benching. Oh, it's
I
messy
think
again.
his butt was right off there. Let's see a side view replay of that.
Yeah, we've got blue cards.
Oh, okay.
I think for downward move
He's
of the
raised
bar.
to 242 and a half. It is
That was
loaded and
messy
ready
though,
for
wasn't it?
Marcus Warren of the United States. He made a 230, moves up 12 and a half kilos. Currently sits in second place. This lift.
Marcus Warren, 242 and a half. This will put him up into the gold medal position for a moment, with a couple of lifts to follow. Doesn't matter how well you set your safeties or how many spotters have you got, when their bar goes behind you, it is a very, very scary moment.
Now, this is a brilliant international debut for Marcus Warren.
Sure is.
Good. Take the bar to 245.
He's put himself 242.5 and put himself up into the
Bar
gold
is
medal
loaded for
position for a moment.
Takaki Iwamoto of Japan.
Takaki
Missed
Iwamoto
this on
from
his opening
Japan
attempt.
responding
Needs to get
with
on the
245 that he didn't get on his first.
This will be big for him.
So putting him up in front. I can't recall why he missed his opener.
There were so many misses in the first round. I'm not absolutely certain. I think he didn't press it, but I'm not totally sure. Struggling with lockout on that left
I
arm.
don't think he's going to get it there either.
Just missed the lockout. We'll see one more time.
So that is still a no
Next
lift.
attempt, 255 kilos. It is loaded. We call to the platform. Thomas.
There's still a couple of the guys trying to get lifts on, and this man is one of them.
He
Thomas
missed this
Wettstein
on his
from
opener.
Austria.
He will attempt to get in the game.
Austria has not got a very large team here this year.
No, not huge. We've had a few lifters. Probably only one a day, something like that. A couple maybe.
Did he get the lock on the left?
And the lift is good, 2-1. He is
Gets
on
a yellow
board.
card for the centre referee.
Next weight, 255
Two
kilos.
good lights.
Bar is loaded for Frank Bartel of Germany. Having
So,
to retake it.
Frank Barthel now from
Misses the
Germany,
opener.
255.
This will put him in second place.
Missed his opener.
No, we've had an overrule, Gary.
The jury
Oh,
has
we have two.
overruled the
Is it
last
Bedstein?
attempt.
Must be Wettstein. Just wait for the see the board changes, but in the meantime, Frank Barthel.
Wettstein was overruled, no lift. Bartel also.
It was
no lift.
Vetstein. So that's that really changes things, because he was at the top of the table. He's going back to the bottom now, and he had to put 295 on for his third.
Yeah, so obviously he gets the
He
opportunity to
has
change
missed
that
247.5.
without using
Elected
one of his
to jump
changes.
10 kilos.
Right now, Marcus Bata Lukvajov from Mongolia, 257.5. Didn't get his 247.5. 257.5 is an ambitious add-on if you're just trying to get the shirt working
See,
differently.
he tends to only put 2.5, 5 kilos on it. That's not
And
gonna
he's not going to
go.
get that to the top.
That is a no lift. He gets one more shot at it. Our next weight, 280 kilos. We need lights.
So, and our next lift to the platform is also trying to get one on the board. Eric
Bar is loaded at
Wolczak
280
from
kilos for
Poland,
Eric
280.
Poland. He is also trying to get on the scoreboard.
Now, he is super strong. He got a bad touch, it shifted around a
If
bit.
successful,
Somehow
he
he
will move to
muscled it
first
off his
place in the
chest.
Masters one.
If he can get everything right,
There's Rafael Zalewski just
giving us-
indicating
giving some
his
great
position.
instructions there. That was a better press.
That was brute
I think
strength,
he's
though.
got it there. He is.
Against the
He
light,
is so strong.
the lift is good.
I want to
Please
see
take the
what
bar
he
up to
can do
280
when he gets it
kilos.
right.
Yeah, but
It
the
is loaded
shirt
and
didn't
is
seem
ready
to
for
resist
Dale
him at the
McLaren
bottom
in
there.
the
That was an
States.
easy touch.
This will take
And
him
he
from second
muscled
place
that up to the
into
top.
first.
So if he can do that, when clearly it's not all right, if he can get it all right, that is going to be amazing. Dale McLaren now from the US, our last lifter in this round in the M1s, looking for 280 over to 272.5.
Wow.
Oh, I think he's got it.
Just like that, we have a new
He has
leader.
3
Dale
whites.
McLaren leads
And
the
he's
Masters
500
1
grams lighter than
105.
Valchak.
Yeah, he hits the top of the table.
Strip the bar down to 202.5 for round 3.
And that brings us to the end of round 2. We move into the
Our next
pointy
leader
end
is
now.
Ty Vanadu
Your current
Safina.
leaders, McLaren
He's in
on
the Masters
280
2.
out in
This will put
front
him in the
of
bronze
Walchak
medal
on
position.
280 as well, based on body weight. The others yet to get a lift in the M2s. Warren 242.5 ahead of Shuna 230 ahead of Farley 200. And we are into the business end now. So Kai Woznius from Finland. Oh, that was fast, wasn't it?
That is a
Really
solid
was.
attempt
He is a great bencher. That was nearly 40 kilos
And I was
jump
going to
as
say,
well.
considering the jump he
We
took,
move up to 210 kilos for
He
Kevin
moved like a
Farley.
rocket off his chest and he just kept it going.
so either he changed his shirts or they had that shirt set
Bar is
really
loaded. We are
loosely.
ready for
He's
Kevin
had to have
Farley.
changed
Shacked
shirts.
it down.
210 kilos will move him into
Kevin
the bronze
Farley now,
medal
210.
position.
We're still in the M2s. This will push him up into bronze for the moment. And given the fragility of the lifts in this session, getting your foot on the platform could turn into getting yourself on the platform, on the podium, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not over till it's over. And with a quick bench, anything can happen and often does.
So 210 for Farley. Just couldn't quite press.
That is a no lift.
Big effort.
Please raise the bar to 242.
But he got one in. And we have 6 lifters in this flight that still have not got one in.
I think that's the most we've had, like as
Yeah,
percentage
definitely.
wise.
From at this
Bar is
competition,
loaded.
definitely.
I mean, at the start of the equip round, they tried to make us look like fools, telling everyone how difficult it was, and everyone gets their green. Mario Schnur from Germany now, 242.5. This is second at 240. Just throw an extra couple of kilos there. Might just make the difference. Get a slightly easier touch. That right arm was never going to lock. If you have never done equip lifting or equip bench before and you're into powerlifting and you want to have a go, it's a really great idea to find a gym or find someone to have a go at, get a feel for it, see what it's like. It's a really enjoyable sport.
It's not for everyone,
It certainly isn't for everyone.
but you see people having a try and then getting hooked really quickly.
Tesku Ishinurov now from Mongolia. Missed 240 twice, looking to get his third lift at 242.5. I think this is the right idea, 2.5 kilos. I think it's going to change his touch, give him a chance to be a bit more aggressive on the press, and it will put him all the way to the top of the table in the M2s.
Feeds this lift, and it is for the gold.
This is all or nothing, bomb out or go into first place.
Oh, just shifted around, didn't it?
Just a bit much.
And unfortunately,
Clap your hands
it
for
is bombing
Tesco
out.
Hip and Motor. Our next weight,
Did the bar slide down his
245
chest a bit as he
kilos.
touched there? I'm not quite sure.
Bar is loaded for Takaaki.
looked very uncomfortable where it
Kumamoto of
was, though.
Japan.
Yeah, he just sort of dumped it a little bit,
Takaaki
didn't he?
needs this lift to get on the board.
Well,
If
right now he's not the
successful,
only one.
It will be the top lift.
Kake
So
Iwamato
this is
from
for the
Japan,
gold.
245. He's missed it twice now. Oh, it's a good one. Iwamato gets it to the top. Oh, I don't know if he locked out
was
that
a
left
top
arm
five
though.
for Takaaki.
No, he's got
dice.
yellow
Let's
cards.
clap your hands as he leaves the platform. We have an attempt change
And
happening.
we've got a couple of attempt changes going in now.
Our next weight,
Warren has gone up,
255
so
kilos.
Wettstein will have to lift first.
So Thomas Wettstein now 255. He is yet to put a lift on the board as well.
Bar is loaded for Thomas Wettstein of Austria. He is another that has yet to get one on the board. If successful, it will be the top lift. This is for the gold medal.
255 to go from nothing to the gold medal.
That's what equip benching's all
It
about.
really is, isn't it? One lift and you're all the way at the top.
Oh,
Oh, did he lock? I think he did, you know. No,
Lift is
not
no
two
good
yellows
for
and a
Thomas
blue.
Wettstein.
so no appeal is possible
Our
on
next
3
weight
red lights.
is loaded and ready, 255 kilos for Frank Bottel of Germany. Frank has yet to make an attempt. This will put him in third place. This is for the bronze
So
medal.
Frank Barthel now, again, yet to put a lift on the board in the M1s. This will put him from nothing to number 3. Oh, I don't think he's able to lock that left arm, is he?
It's hard to say from this angle. Let's see what the refs
That
think.
is a no lift, 2 to 1.
Two
No.
reds, he's got a blue and a yellow there.
Our next weight, 257.
No, the German team coach has not gone to the jury, so he must agree with the decision. And I respect that, to be honest. I hate running to the jury over every
Yeah,
2 to 1
look.
lift, whether you think it was good or bad.
105 kilos.
If you think it was a good lift, by all means go and argue your case.
Yeah, but don't
Just
just
going
do
as
it
a
for the sake
knee-jerk
of it.
reaction, I don't have any respect for that.
So Marcus Warren, 257.5 in the M2s. He is the gold medalist.
In his first world bench.
What an incredible experience and effort that is. And you know what? He didn't come in as the top nominated lifter.
No.
He got his lifts on the board. And that's what made the difference. And he's probably not going to get that one, but he doesn't need it anyway. He is the world champion. Not a bad effort, your first equipped worlds.
Well, hopefully he's pleased. He's not
I don't know if he's realised yet that he won.
I suppose it's if you're in the back, it's quite difficult to keep track of. There's just people coming out for big lifts.
We have just a few attempts left.
So right now, Bakas Badar Lukvijov from Mongolia, 257.5, has not put a lift on yet. This will put him in bronze medal if he gets it.
It will be for the bronze.
They haven't made any changes to the weight. Hopefully they've made some changes to his shirt. he's got it there. Has he locked?
How?
What a recovery. However,
Oh, two red lights.
please raise the bar
A
to
blue and a
290
yellow.
kilos. Eric Volchek will be our next
I think the
lifter on
blue is lockout. The coach is going to go and have a chat with the jury about it.
bar is loaded.
He just didn't
That
lock
right
that right
arm.
arm,
This
did
is
he?
for the gold medal in the
He
Masters
tried to make it
1
look
age division.
convincing.
Now we've got a fight on our hands
Yeah.
here, Gary.
Wojak from Poland, 290. This will push him up into the gold medal position. He is just a smidge heavier than McLaren. So
290 kilos.
all he
Eric
can do is put
Volchek
this on and sit back and
for
wait.
the gold medal, ladies and gentlemen.
I think he's got it.
He shouted yeah, but I might have been up and down. I think there
you're
was.
right. You picked that really well, Joe. Good
so
spot.
if you look, watch
Our
the
next
replay back
lifter
from the
at
front.
The same weight, 290 kilos. Bar is loaded. Dale McLaren is our lifter.
Yeah,
Oh,
there it
was
was.
so small.
It was there.
2 for 2
Well
thus
picked
far.
up though.
Final
So
attempt
this
at the
is
world
our gold
championship.
medalist, Dale McLaren. 290.
Just
Well, he
got
made
out
the
of
call on that
groove.
one. No, no,
Let's
no.
give
And
it
the
for Dale
spotters took it
McLaren.
very
He
quickly.
And we've all been there. No, take it, take it, take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starts coming down okay, and then you realise there is no way I'm getting this off my chest. He is the world champion. Yeah, he just got into a bad position with it. And there it is, your M1 and M2 results. McLaren on the gold medal with 280 on body weight. Bolshak from Poland on 280 in the silver, and the others not to get a lift. In the M2s, Warren with 242.5 with the gold medal. Shuna with 230 and the gold medal, and a silver medal, sorry, and Wazanus on 202.5 and the bronze medal. Don't go too far away. We will have our medal ceremony very, very shortly, and of course we'll be back very soon with even more action.
Presenting the awards for this session, IPF President Gaston Parage. Let's give him a nice round of applause. All right, we begin with the 105 kilo Masters for competitors with a lift of 125 kilos from Ukraine, Yaroslav Chala, our silver medalist. And our gold medalist with a lift of 145 kilos from the United States, Kevin Hutchison. I ask that you would all rise. Please remove your caps for the playing of the United States national anthem. Excellent work, gentlemen. We move on to the 105 kilo Masters 3 category. Our bronze medalist with a lift of 227.5 from Great Britain, Andrew Rigby. Our silver medalist, lifting 232.5 kilos from Germany, Klaus Zemski. And our gold medalist with a lift of 245 kilos from Netherlands, Frans van den Putten. And once again, I ask that you would all rise. Please remove your caps for the playing of the Netherlands national anthem. Congratulations, gentlemen. Very well done. We move on to the 105 kilo Masters 2 category. Our bronze medalist with a lift of 202.5 kilos from Finland, Kai Vananus. Our silver medalist, lifting 230 kilos from Germany, Mario Schnur. And our gold medalist with a lift of 242.5 kilos from the United States, Marcus Warren. I ask once again that you all rise. Please remove your caps for the playing of the United States National Anthem. Congratulations, gentlemen. Great work. We move on to the 105 kilo Masters 1 division. Our silver medalist with a lift of 280 kilos from Poland, Eric Walczak. And our gold medalist on a bodyweight decision, also lifting 280 kilos, from the United States, Dale McLaren. And once more, I ask that you all rise. Please remove your caps for the playing of the United States National Anthem. Nicely done, men. Nicely done. All right. Nathan Baxter will lead them out. Let's hear it one more time for him, folks.